is Shinigami, and today I'm reviewing Naruto Chapter 634. So today in this chapter, we pretty much started off where we left off last week with the giant toad, the snake, and the slug. And, turns out the giant toad is Kamakichi, and Naruto was very surprised by that. But, it was amazing to see how big he grew. But anyway, so Naruto just told Kamakichi that he wants him to leap over by the giant Jubi, basically. And Sasuke tells the giant snake, hey, we're gonna go right through the line of defense. And Sakura's like, okay, giant slug, whose name I don't remember. And he's just split up into pieces and then go to everybody on the battlefield and heal them, basically. So, they go about doing that. We just jump around the battlefield to different people, and the third Hokage's like, alright, go, and Manato's like, yeah, see this, and so, stuff happens. Naruto jumps up into the air with Kamakichi, and he has a huge Rasen Shuriken. I think it was even bigger than Kamakichi. So, it was pretty impressive. And then, Sakura is sending all these slugs around the field and they're helping out. Sasuke told the snake to go, and then there's this giant wall that the Jubis were forming to close in. And, he said, good, I'll just handle it. And so, he smashes through with Susanoo. And, Susanoo, I don't know if he's using Amaterasu or what, but, he fires this arrow, which I think was part of it. Or maybe he just fired one of Susanoo's arrows. Naruto threw the Rasen Shuriken, the giant one, and both made, and then I think he used Amaterasu on it. I don't know. But, made like a swastika shape and then crashed into the Jubi, and now it's burning it or whatever. And Naruto's dad commented saying this really, really long name, which I can't remember, but it was something along the lines of Miracle, Giant, Rasen Shuriken, Black Arrow, whatever. It was just a long thing. So, it was pretty neat. I find it funny how in sync they are, even though they haven't really seen each other in like a month. It's like, oh, let's just use our techniques and combine them. I don't think it was originally their intent, but it worked, so. Yeah. And, so, in a way, I know it was filled throughout like 20 pages or whatever, but in the same way it really doesn't feel like much happened this chapter. I know people are going to disagree with me. But this chapter's Naruto is really just a meh chapter to me. It was really just meh. I'm not saying it was bad, because it was a good chapter, but I'm not saying it was great either. It was just, meh, we have a chapter this week, okay. There was a pretty good ending, though. But Orochimaru was going to save Tsunade, it appears. It doesn't show Tsunade, it just shows Orochimaru, and the guy's like, looks like I made it, Tsunade. So, either he'll bring her back with Edo Tensei, or he'll somehow miraculously save her. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But, as far as whether you should read this chapter, if you're caught up on the chapters, go ahead. I don't know. I wouldn't say don't go read it, and I wouldn't say go read it. I'd just say whatever you want to do. If you feel like reading it, go ahead and read it. If you don't feel like reading it, don't read it. To me it was just sort of like, well, the chapter's out, let's wait for next week. So, just a plain, flat chapter this week. So, yeah. We'll do basic badassness. Some pretty badass parts, I'd have to say about 5 or 6. Attention level, how much attention was I paying? 6.5. How satisfying was the chapter? 5. like 5. Yeah, pretty much. 10 would be amazing, 0 would be horrible, and there's just a in-between chapter this week. How interesting was the chapter? Probably about a 4. Really wasn't that interesting to me. Comedy, how funny was the chapter? I think there may have been one funny part, so 2. Fan service. That's your fanboy, fangirl, or any of the characters. General fan service would have to be 0. Animation, how well drawn is this chapter? It's actually pretty well drawn, so I'd have to say about a 6 or 7. Predictability, I wasn't gonna film a prediction video, but, you know, so much happened and blah blah blah. So predictability would probably have to be about... Actually, I think we did do a prediction video, I just never got it online. Predictability wise, it's probably about a 7 or 8 if you have read and kept up with the series. If you're just like sort of coming into Naruto and just reading that chapter, you're like, I don't know. But it was pretty predictable. I'd have to say about 7 or 8. So yeah. Overall chapter rating out of 5 stars. 2 stars. Just really. But yeah. That's all for the review. Remember to check the links in the description and to like this video. Greatly appreciate it. And yeah. I am the Shinigami, and I'm signing off. Jana.